50 years ago, this was not at all the case, but now the FDA considers aging a disease. And that is really important because diseases, we search for cures. We put money behind stopping them or slowing them. So because we have finally entered into and have been existing in this elongated timeline where we actually have like, there used to be like, you were young and then you were old. Now we talk about it in like a third age where there's like 60 plus. That's another like, could be like 20, 25 years, 30 years of your life. That's a whole third of your life that
Right.
our forebearers were not living to. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
this third age, we're trying to understand how we can smooth out that decline so it isn't as like, for some folks, usually class-based, but also genetics, that's like the end of life is really awful. So the FDA is studying into it, studying that. And then 50 years ago, we didn't understand how important loneliness was as a social aspect of your aging, and that we know that loneliness is now widely recognized based on science that it's comparable to smoking around 15 cigarettes a day for your mortality. So we're understanding also the social construct of our societies as it
This is
relates to
wild.
age.
What you're
I
saying is
know.
all very.
I know. So all of this is to say, well, I guess lastly, one thing I found really, really wild is that now many countries now have more citizens over 65 than under 15. So, the boomers are aging. There's a big boomer generation. And this is historically unprecedented. We've really never had this like at such a scale, which means that there's a lot of.
That's not because there's a lot of them.
That
Right.
is because it's
It is?
because there's a lot of them, and it's because our birth rates are declining in many Western high population,
gotcha. Yep.
like nations that our birth rate is positive,
Like comparable to birth rates.
Yeah,
okay.
all kind of intersectional
Yeah.
factors. But
Yeah.
what that means is that there's so much, it's impacting so many more people all at once that there's being a lot of effort and resources put into studying aging. And that is yielding some, as you can tell, really wild results.
Pretty incredible.
Lastly, the things that have stayed the same in the last 50 years is the strong emphasis on you got to exercise, you got to move your body, you got to get sleep, you shouldn't smoke, and like drink your water. Those things are all like still gold standard of how you live a good life. But there's these interesting threads.
So when you're talking about aging and treating it like a disease, we're not talking about like preventing death.
Well,
ultimately.
some people are.
Right. Okay.
Some people are.
But like
the FDA is treating.
It's more like live the longest, healthiest life. And, when it comes your time, you're not, some weak, old, pruny looking raisin of a person. You're still
kind of like
it's for other reasons, like maybe, I don't know what, heart attack, or is that?
Heart attack, brain health,
right.